Every single day, often at the same times, your blood pressure rises without warning. It may happen in the morning, after meals, during the afternoon, or at night when you are supposed to be resting. Many seniors notice these spikes on their monitor and feel confused, frustrated, or even scared because they are taking their medications and still cannot understand why the numbers keep jumping. What most people are never told is that these daily spikes are not random and they are not just bad luck. They follow very specific patterns inside the aging body. Before we go any further, I need to be very clear with you. If you are over 60 and dealing with blood pressure that seems unpredictable, you need to subscribe to this channel right now. Most people watching are not subscribed, and that means they miss explanations that could help prevent dizziness, falls, confusion, and long-term damage. Subscribe now so you do not miss what explains why these spikes happen and how to stop them safely. Blood pressure does not stay high or low by accident. It reacts constantly to signals from your nervous system, your blood vessels, your kidneys, and your metabolism. In younger bodies, these systems adjust smoothly. After 60, those adjustments become slower and less precise. This is why blood pressure begins to spike even when you are doing everything you were told to do. One of the most common daily spikes happens in the morning. As soon as you wake up, stress hormones rise naturally to prepare your body for the day. In younger adults, blood vessels respond flexibly and pressure stabilizes. In seniors, stiff arteries cannot adapt as well, causing pressure to rise sharply. This is why many older adults see their highest readings shortly after waking. Another major trigger is meals. Blood pressure often spikes after eating, especially when blood sugar rises quickly. Sugar spikes cause inflammation and blood vessel constriction, which raises pressure temporarily, but repeatedly. Over time, these repeated post-meal spikes damage circulation and make baseline pressure harder to control. Stress also plays a much larger role after 60 than most people realize. Emotional stress, worry, and poor sleep activate the nervous system, tightening blood vessels and raising pressure. Seniors often live with chronic low-level stress without recognizing its effect on their blood pressure patterns. Medications can also contribute to daily spikes. Some drugs wear off before the next dose. Others lower pressure too much, causing the body to overcompensate later. This creates a cycle of highs and lows that feels unpredictable, but follows a pattern. Another overlooked factor is dehydration. Many seniors are chronically underhydrated. When fluid levels drop, blood thickens and pressure rises. This often happens in the afternoon or evening, creating daily spikes that seem mysterious. At this point, I want you to pause and think about your own routine. Think about when your blood pressure spikes. Morning. After meals, late afternoon, nighttime. These patterns matter. So pause the video right now and comment this exact sentence below. Copy and paste it. My blood pressure spikes every day and I never knew why. Your comment helps other seniors realize they are not alone and helps this information reach people who need it. The most important thing to understand is that daily spikes are signals. They are your body telling you something is out of balance. Treating only the number without understanding the trigger often makes things worse. In the next part, we are going to break down the exact reasons these spikes keep happening every day and why traditional advice often fails seniors. Once you understand that, stopping the spikes becomes much more achievable. One of the biggest reasons daily blood pressure spikes are so hard to control after 60 is that most seniors are treating the symptom, not the trigger. When a spike appears on the monitor, the natural reaction is fear and urgency. The number looks high, the heart races, anxiety rises, and the body tightens even more. This reaction alone can push pressure even higher, creating a feedback loop that repeats itself day after day. The aging body becomes much more sensitive to internal stress signals. The nervous system, which controls blood vessel tone, does not calm down as easily as it once did. When stress hormones are released, whether from emotional stress, poor sleep, hunger, or even anticipation, blood vessels constrict faster and relax more slowly. This is why pressure spikes feel sudden and stubborn in older adults. One of the most misunderstood triggers is blood sugar instability. Even modest rises in blood sugar cause blood vessels to stiffen temporarily. This is not widely explained to seniors. After meals, especially meals high in refined carbohydrates, blood sugar rises quickly. This triggers inflammation and reduces nitric oxide, the compound that helps blood vessels relax. As vessels tighten, pressure rises. This happens repeatedly every single day without people realizing the connection. Another factor that quietly drives daily spikes is the kidneys. The kidneys play a major role in regulating pressure by controlling fluid and sodium balance. With age, kidney signaling becomes less precise. When the kidneys sense reduced blood flow or dehydration, they send signals that raise pressure to compensate. This often happens in the afternoon or evening when fluid intake has been low for hours. Seniors see higher readings and assume the medication stopped working, when in reality the body is responding to perceived volume loss. Medication timing itself is another major contributor. Many blood pressure medications are taken once a day, but their effect does not always last a full 24 hours in older adults. As the medication wears off, pressure rises again. This creates predictable daily spikes that are often mistaken for random fluctuations. Increasing the dose without adjusting timing can worsen side effects without fixing the pattern. There is also the issue of overtreatment. When blood pressure is pushed too low at certain times of day, especially in the morning or at night, the body responds by activating stress hormones later to protect blood flow to the brain. This rebound effect causes spikes later in the day. Seniors often feel dizzy at one point and hypertensive at another, not realizing both are connected. Sleep quality plays a larger role than most people realize. Poor sleep increases stress hormones and disrupts pressure regulation. Seniors who wake frequently at night or have untreated sleep-breathing issues often experience higher morning and daytime spikes. Without restorative sleep, the nervous system remains activated and blood vessels stay constricted. Another overlooked factor is chronic inflammation. Inflammation keeps blood vessels irritated and reactive. This makes pressure more sensitive to small triggers. Seniors with ongoing inflammation from diet, metabolic stress, or chronic conditions experience larger and more frequent spikes, even with minor stressors. At this point, many people watching are recognizing patterns they have lived with for years. Pressure that rises after meals, pressure that spikes in the afternoon, pressure that jumps during stress or poor sleep. These are not random. They are predictable responses of an aging system under constant strain. So let me pause here and speak directly to you. If your blood pressure seems to spike at the same times every day and no one has ever explained why, you are not alone. Pause the video right now and comment this exact sentence below. Copy and paste it. My blood pressure spikes follow a daily pattern and I never understood the reason. That comment helps other seniors realize this is not just happening to them and helps this message reach more people who need it. It is also important to understand why common advice often fails. Being told to relax, reduce salt, or just take more medication does not address timing, nervous system balance, blood sugar swings, or hydration. Seniors follow instructions faithfully and still see spikes, which leads to frustration and fear. This channel exists to explain the full picture. If this explanation is helping you understand your body better, make sure you are subscribed to this channel now. Most viewers are not subscribed, and subscribing ensures you keep receiving clear, senior-focused guidance instead of generic advice. In the next part, we are going to talk about how to stop these daily spikes safely. Not with extreme measures, but with targeted changes that calm the nervous system, stabilize blood sugar, support kidney signaling, and smooth out pressure patterns over the day. This is where solutions finally come together. Stopping daily blood pressure spikes after 60 does not require extreme diets, dangerous changes, or fighting your own body. What it requires is calming the systems that are constantly being pushed into overreaction. When those systems are supported correctly, pressure stops jumping throughout the day and begins to stabilize in a way that feels safer and more predictable. The first and most important change is reducing nervous system overactivation. Blood pressure spikes are often driven by stress signals, not by the heart itself. Simple actions like slowing down transitions, standing up gradually, avoiding rushing meals, and creating consistent routines signal safety to the nervous system. When the body feels less threatened, blood vessels relax more easily and pressure stabilizes. Meal structure plays a critical role. Large, fast-digesting meals cause blood sugar to rise quickly, which tightens blood vessels and raises pressure. Smaller, balanced meals slow digestion and reduce post-meal spikes. Combining carbohydrates with protein and healthy fats reduces the impact on blood pressure significantly. Seniors who make this change often notice fewer spikes after eating and less fatigue. Hydration must be addressed consistently. Dehydration signals the body to raise pressure to maintain circulation. Drinking fluids steadily throughout the day, not all at once, supports kidney signaling and prevents afternoon and evening spikes. Many seniors notice that simply staying properly hydrated reduces unpredictable rises in pressure. Movement also matters, but not intensity. Gentle movement after meals helps muscles absorb glucose and improves circulation. Short walks, light stretching, or simply staying active reduces pressure spikes without stressing the heart. The goal is circulation support, not exertion. Medication timing should always be reviewed with a doctor. Many seniors experience spikes because their medication wears off before the next dose. Adjusting timing instead of dosage often smooths out pressure patterns. This must be done carefully and never without medical guidance, but understanding this possibility helps seniors advocate for themselves. Sleep quality cannot be ignored. Poor sleep keeps stress hormones elevated and pressure unstable. Improving sleep routines, reducing nighttime disruptions, and addressing breathing issues help stabilize morning and daytime readings. Seniors who sleep better often see fewer daily spikes. Reducing inflammation is another key piece. Inflammatory foods, sugar spikes, and chronic stress keep blood vessels reactive. When inflammation is reduced, vessels respond more calmly to daily changes. Pressure becomes less volatile. Now pause for a moment and think honestly about your own routine. Which of these factors might be affecting you right now? Stress, meals, hydration, sleep, medication timing. These are not small details. They are daily signals that shape your blood pressure patterns. So pause the video right now and comment this exact sentence below. Copy and paste it. I now understand why my blood pressure spikes every day. That comment helps other seniors feel understood and helps this message reach people who need clarity instead of fear. If you are watching this and thinking that no one ever explained blood pressure this way before, there is a reason. Most advice focuses on numbers, not on patterns. This channel exists to help seniors understand what their bodies are actually doing. Before you leave, make sure you are subscribed to this channel now. Most viewers are not subscribed, and subscribing ensures you continue receiving clear, senior-focused guidance that helps protect your safety, independence, and quality of life. Daily blood pressure spikes are not something you have to accept as normal aging. They are signals. When you understand and address those signals, stability becomes possible, and stability is what keeps you safer as you age. Thank you for staying with me until the end.